Hey guys, welcome to the Tuesday, April 28th edition of Marketing Strategy. Today we're going to be going over your final exam review. Additionally, on Thursday, you have your last discussion board forum to answer. And this question asks you to identify 5 topics that you found were the most important out of all the topics that we discussed this semester. And list them, discuss them, and explain how you will apply them upon graduation and getting a job in the field of business. So go ahead and email me after you've viewed this recorded lecture so I can give you credit for Tuesday, April 28th's attendance. And then for Thursday's attendance, your initial post is due by 11:59 p.m. on Thursday. And then as in previous weeks, you will need to go ahead and respond to at least 2 of your classmates by 11:59 on Sunday, and you'll be able to then go ahead and get attendance for Thursday, April 30th's class. Um, so let's go ahead. And where can you find this discussion board forum? As always, go to Module 4, go to the link that says attendance or classroom activities for the week of April 27th through May 3rd, and click on that link and you'll find the discussion board forum and the question, and you will have the opportunity to engage in that discussion. Okay, so let me share the marketing exam, the marketing strategy final exam review. And this will also be posted in the Module 4 section of Canvas so that you can use it to study. So let me tell you a little bit about the final exam. The final exam will be open. It's scheduled for Tuesday, May 5th. I will open it up at midnight on May 5th, and I will close it at 11:59 p.m. on May 5th. So you got 24 hours to complete this final exam. The final exam will cover information from the entire course. The exam includes 6 essay questions from which you only need to answer 4. So remember, I'll give you an option. You can choose 4 from the 6 question I list on the exam. Each essay is worth 25 points for a total of 100 points. So this exam is worth the same amount of points as the other exams and as the Peregrine exam. Each essay has multiple parts for you to answer. Some of the parts require information that is covered in the chapters and in the PowerPoint slides, but other parts of the questions require you to apply the information to a specific situation or scenario using examples. Now, both parts are important to your grade, so please be thorough with your answers and with your applications. So I'm really looking for, yeah, give me some of that information, but how are you going to use this information? How can you apply it? Your answers can be turned in as a file upload or text entry and will be evaluated by the Turnitin plagiarism tool. Final exam, as I mentioned, will be open from 12 a.m. on May 5th until 11:59 p.m. And here are the topics that I want you to be familiar with, because there'll be essay questions associated with these topics in some way, shape, or form. So chapter 1, what are some of those challenges and opportunities of marketing in today's society, in today's economy, and in today's society? Um, what are markets and meta markets? What are the different elements of an exchange? What about marketing activities and the different things that marketers engage in? One of the biggest changes has been the shift of power, if you'll remember, from businesses to customers, and how technology and the internet has affected that power relationship. So be thinking about those types of topics from chapter 1, because there'll be an essay question about that. Chapter 2, we talked about the strategic marketing planning process, corporate business unit strategy. We talked about marketing goals and objectives and those SMART goals, maintaining customer focus and balance in strategic planning. And we talked about the balanced performance scorecard and the triple bottom line, and how we don't just look at profits anymore. We talk about our business operations and its effect on society, on the environment, and we take a balanced approach to measuring performance. I want you to pay special attention to that information on the balanced strategic planning and balanced performance scorecard. And there'll be a question, an essay question on that type of material as well. Don't worry so much about the information on chapter 3, but chapter 4, remember the SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, and how we want to go ahead and look at how we can convert or transform our weaknesses into strengths, our threats to opportunities. How do we use that SWOT analysis to develop marketing goals and objectives that we can go ahead and implement for strategy purposes, so that we can either develop or maintain a competitive advantage. So look at those topics in chapter 4. Chapter 5, we talked about consumer behavior and the consumer buying process. Definitely remember the difference between needs versus wants, and some of those factors that affect the consumer buying process, and how we can better meet the needs of our customers. Don't worry so much about chapter 6, but focus on chapter 7 when we talk about brands and branding. How do we differentiate ourselves from our competitors? How do we position ourselves in the industry and the market? Remember, a brand should answer a question in the consumer's mind. So look at brands and brand positioning, and how we manage brands over time, and how they communicate to our customers. Then the last chapter I want you to focus on is on chapter 10. How do we manage customer relationships? It's some of the information that we talked about in terms of customer relationship management that you studied last week. What is this whole idea about quality and value, and how does that relate to customer loyalty and customer satisfaction and customer retention? You know, we talk about in sales management about going from transactional selling to relationship selling and building relationships. That's what we're looking at here in terms of marketing strategy. How do we go ahead and get customers? But that's just one part of the equation. How do we then go ahead and keep our customers and have them develop loyalty to our brand and to our product and to our company? It costs a lot for us to prospect and get customers. We want to keep them for as long as possible. So those are the important topics in chapter 10 of your text. I'm going to stop sharing this document, and I'll post it in Canvas. So that gives you an overview of the topics that you should be familiar with. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me via email, text, or call. I'll be more than happy to help you and guide you in any way that you need it. I hope you have an awesome week. Stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you on the discussion boards. Have a great week, guys. Bye.